people argue, you don't see me like say anything. Like I don't say my even I do give my opinion sometimes. And every time I talk to Tiffany, when every time she gets drunk, she looks at she looks down and like, basically saying, why the fuck are you talking about this? What you remind me every time about this shit. You want to know why I keep reminding you? Because the way you are when you're drunk is it's not you when you're sober. So I'm trying to remind her, like, don't get too drunk when you're in front of us. That's what I'm trying to say. And like Kevin, I want him to communicate with me and shit, but he never does. When you're in front of us. That's what I'm trying to say. And like Kevin. Sorry.
You live streaming?
Yep.
Oh, when you live streaming?
Month owner. Starting from scratch.
What all months owner? Oh, okay.
Trying to enjoy the game again. But I'll put it in Japanese though.
What weapon are you gonna use?
Sword and shield. My new weapon, my new favorite weapon.
I see.
Oh no, I'm just trying to. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm kind of scared to like disappoint people right now. I've always been like that. I hate disappointing people.
Yeah, I think.
Because my uncle, the way my uncle raised me was like, he always like every time I disappoint him, he just gets mad at me. And you know, I try to be like nice to everybody and like try not to disappoint anybody. You had the same feeling too?
Yeah, I grew up like that too. I don't want to disappoint anyone.
I could disappoint myself.
Yeah, I went through that phase when I was younger. Like, I always got like perfect grades. Always.
Perfect grades? How perfect? How perfect? I gotta know. I don't know much about you. All my Thomas and you guys is past. All you guys know is that I dropped out of school. I dropped out of school when I was like 16, 17.
Like all of elementary, I had perfect grades. I never missed anything.
What made you quit school?
Well, maybe eventually I just got fed up with, you know, trying to satisfy.
Be perfect.
Yeah, be perfect. Trying to satisfy my family.
I hate that shit. Luckily, my family wasn't like that. They accept failure. But like, I thought this to Kevin last night too. I'm like, why the fuck are parents or like guardians and stuff like your guardians be like, don't go out. You gotta hang out with the wrong people. Then they go when you stop doing that. Why the fuck you playing games so much, huh? Go do something. Fucking hate that shit. They did that to me too. And I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna live my own life. They be doing that shit all the time.
That's eventually what it came down to. Like, I just stopped trying to satisfy everyone.
Yeah, satisfy yourself first, though.
Yeah. The more I try to satisfy everyone, the more unhappy I became when I was a kid. So eventually, I was like,
"This is the funniest thing ever." I'm playing League of Legends with Sora and them. He was like, I was like, should I build to help you guys or build to help myself? Then be like, you gotta help yourself. And I took that to heart. I'm like, you gotta do everything for yourself first before you do something for someone else. So I learned that from them from playing that game. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm actually have to set like my mindset to be like that. I gotta satisfy for myself first. You know, instead of like trying to be like perfect to everybody.
Yeah, that's how it goes. You gotta eventually figure out you gotta take care of yourself first before you can help anyone.
Like right now, I'm dealing with like how to deal with depression. I haven't dealt with it when I first got to the I never dealt with depression, so I always had to deal with voices. But now I'm like, I gotta learn how to deal with my depression. Like my strategies. About voices, I listen to music, play video games, but they're not depression. I think I have to like burn through it. Like if I feel depressed, I just play a game randomly, random game, you know. Just sit through it like a couple hours. Just to make myself feel good, you know?
Yeah. You know, whatever works.
I gotta do something about depression.
Yeah, depression could be tough.
But
you just gotta do what works for you.
I told the man I had depression and he thought I was in suicide, like think about suicide, so I told him this straight up, like, no, I don't think about that shit anymore. I tried to kill myself, but it didn't work out. I survived. So
no, depression is suicide.
Oh no, 'cause I learned enough from it to know that depression, schizophrenia is not just hurting yourself, killing yourself, or whatever it's about. It's with the voices and stuff, they're telling you what to do, and like no motivation or anything like that. That's how it is, and that's what I hate too.
Yeah, that's basically how I was from
When you were younger.
middle school onwards. Yeah, I didn't even know it was depression because
You didn't
all
understand.
I
I
would
didn't.
do. Yeah, I didn't understand it. All I would do was just go to school and then come home, and then I wouldn't even want to do anything. I would just go to sleep and repeat. And like every time I did have free time, I didn't even want to do anything. I would just want to go back to sleep and just move on. Like I didn't want to be awake anymore. Basically, I just wanted to
Hey
do
Dylan,
my shit and then go to sleep.
have you ever built the defender items?
Defender items? Yeah, why?
You know the third upgrade, the third stage. What is it? It's just a ticket. I don't know what that is.
It's in the event. I forgot what event it was though. It was like you have to fight. You have to fight something. I don't know.
Because I'm using the defender weapon right now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember what. It's
So I'm just
some
grinding.
one of the events. Are all the events on right now or something?
No, how to build the defender weapon? I don't think it's an event.
It's not?
The defender weapons. No, the weapon they give you because they want you to burn through the base game.
Oh, that I don't think I ever upgraded them.
Yeah, after you beat the base game, you don't really have to worry about those weapons anymore in armor.
Yeah.
Or I think once you get to like
Never.
Elder Dragons, yeah, you don't have to worry about the defender weapons or the armor that they give you. What's it called? Guardian armor. Like,
Yep.
I'm like, when I tell people I have schizophrenia, they think that like I'm gonna do something bad or something. You know, like Ariana asked me last night, do you listen to that? I'm like, no, I don't. It's a symptom, but I don't have that symptom anymore. So when I first started out, because I had schizophrenia for like what? Since I was like 18, 19? Like 10, 11 years? I know how to deal with that shit. All of the minor symptoms. But I'm just trying to just now dealing with depression, so I'm still working on it. I'm not crying. I think I'm not. So you had depression in a sense when you were younger? Or you still do? Have you been diagnosed with anything?
I mean, yeah, I've talked to counselors and therapists.
What they say?
They try to put me on pills and stuff.
Oh, no, it's not a good idea for you. If you know you don't have anything, there's no point.
I didn't want to take them. So, I mean, they did prescribe me it and they did give it to me, but I never really took them. I forgot what it's called. It was like high functioning depression or something.
You know, they said I was schizoaffective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means?
You have some symptoms of schizophrenia.
That's one. You know what's the other one? You want me to tell you or you want to keep guessing?
Yeah, you tell me.
It's basically, you're schizophrenic and bipolar at the same time. That's what they said I am. But I just learn how to deal with my anger and like other stuff. So I don't think I'm schizophrenic, I'm just schizophrenic. So yeah.
Yeah, so you talk about your schizophrenia a lot, but how does your bipolar side affect you though?
Okay.
I never
like,
really.
Some days I'll be hella happy, and some days I'll be hella mad or hella upset. That's how bipolar works. Like you be one mood in 1 minute, and then you be another mood next another minute. But it didn't happen to me. But if it's just for me, it's like if I get really passionate, like I get really passionate. I don't know how to put it, but it just amplifies that emotion. I feel like that's one of the bipolar symptoms. Like if I get mad, then I get hella mad. But if I'm happy, I get a little too happy. Like I didn't.
Yeah, like if you strongly believe in something, or.
But I don't think that's bipolar. I think it's just me.
Yeah, you could just be a passionate person.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't have bipolar disorder. I'm schizophrenic, but not bipolar. But that's what they diagnosed me as, so. That's because I saw it on the paper, they were writing it.
It's possible to misdiagnose people. This happened before,
But I know I'm schizophrenic. For sure, because I always hear voices. But I don't hallucinate. It's a good thing, though. I stopped hallucinating when I was younger. I was like, I saw shadows, I saw like dots, I saw like ghosts. Like shadowy figures and stuff. And like...
That must be... Manly would hate to be you.
like I heard from like a podcast or like a YouTube video, like I don't want schizophrenic to my worst enemy, you know. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want to give it to my worst enemy. Because there's like a lot to deal with. It's not a mental capacity. Yeah, use your mental abilities a lot. Just to keep it at bay.
Yeah, it sounds really draining.
It is.
To have it.
Because one day you feel fine, the next day you just feel like shit. That's what I hate.
You know, but sometimes it's kind of cool to like listen to what you think about, because it's not like what any normal person would be thinking about.
Like you said, you like crazy girls. So I'm like, yeah, having schizophrenic friends like really entertaining.
Okay,
you know?
it's not like that. Okay, I'm saying like it sounds kind of like a superpower to you, because you could imagine and perceive all these things that normal people wouldn't be able to, you know, think about, and you're able to like think about multiple things at the same time. That like you can make up a story for something that someone would just glance over, and I think that's cool.
What do you mean by make up a story?
Like when you like when you get paranoid about, did you lock your door or something, like you think about how someone would come in, you know.
Oh, you think overthink it,
break into your car or something. Yeah, you overthink a lot, but it's like
it's just pretty funny sometimes. I try to look the good sides of these kind of things. It's just hella funny every time
it's like you could see a lot more possibilities than a normal person would be able to. And I think that's cool.
But like you said, it takes a lot of mental power just to deal with schizophrenia. It's just really annoying. Yeah. But like last time I would tell people, like, if you see me sit there like silent and look sad, it's because I'm trying to deal with my schizophrenia. And I don't want to listen to music, so because I want to hear everybody's voice. Because if I listen to music and they try to talk to me, I'm like, it's like kind of annoying, you know. I can't explain it to my grandma and stuff that how much schizophrenia is, because she doesn't understand English, and I have broken Laos, so I'm like, yeah, hard to explain it to her.
Yeah, must be tough. How do you think your grandma sees your schizophrenia then?
I don't think she even think I have schizophrenia. That's the funny part, though. I don't think she think I have schizophrenia. Because, you know, they came when I went to the hospital after I tried suicide, the mental whatever how we call it, the care, the home care, house care, or whatever. They were crying. And when I saw that, I'm like, I don't want to do this to them again. So every time I think about suicide or people, I want to hurt people or hurt myself, I get a little scared. Because I don't want to do that to my family ever again.
Yeah, it's like a guilty feeling, that like a really heavy guilty feeling.
Oh, I don't have any no berries. Fuck. I don't know. So every time I see someone that has like mental problems, I want to help them. Because, you know, I deal with it all the time. That's why I try to help Kevin, you know. Make that man understand himself, but he doesn't make the effort to do it, you know. He doesn't want to stay the same. He doesn't want to change. He doesn't want to change. I try to help him to change. Because if not changing is better than staying the same, you know? Fucking this.
Yeah,
He's been like that since you guys knew him, right?
yeah, but I feel like he's only gotten this way because he ignores his problems a lot. He gets sucked up in like anime and manga and games that it's easy for him to just ignore how he's feeling and like what he's thinking. So you know,
I think he has
how
the
can you
pressure, to be
actually
honest.
understand your feelings?
It's just getting ignored, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's part of depression. I mean, that's like unhealthy.
It's not only depression,
like
it's just...
I mean, even though gaming and anime and manga helps him deal with his feelings and his thoughts, at some point, if you do it too much, it becomes
unhealthy.
Because you become disconnected from yourself. You won't understand yourself anymore.
Oh man, what's happening? I don't know. Can't help him. Can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. You gotta move on, you know. So I feel like, you know, I want to help Thomas through what he's going on with his, you know, his mom. Cause he seemed like his mom seemed like a strong person, you know. But this shit happened to her. I hope he's dealing with it fine, like, you know, he's okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. You know, it's not like another having a problem with...
No, I forgot to thank you. Cause you know what, at the time when my power was back from my house and I was coming over your house to sleep. Thank you for having me, you know.
Yeah, of course. You can always come over to sleep over. It doesn't matter. I mean, to me, it didn't feel like I was helping you. It just felt like a fun sleepover.
So, am I a fun person to be around sometimes? Because I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I like talking about philosophical stuff a lot. Every time I get deep in conversation with somebody, I always talk about it. Like I know them very well. Like, what I'm trying to say. But when I heard you talk about these things, I'll be like...
Yeah.
I heard when you talk about, like, you told me, like, oh, I like talking about this stuff. Like, yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think it's... People should try to talk about, you know, these things more, not... because most people, like Tiffany told me and like some other people, they say they're kind of afraid to talk about these kinds of stuff because they're afraid to like be offensive or you know,
or sound crazy.
Yeah, they're scared to do that, but if
you're
talking to someone,
they feel like they don't want to be judged. That's why I always, every time someone says, "Oh, I'm hella shy." I'm like, is it because you don't want to be judged? Because that's the main reason why you be shy, right? You're scared to be judged. But you know, my cousin trying to say, no, I don't think that. I'm trying to be judged. I'm kept telling him over and over again. That's basically how it is. Because you're scared to be judged. I'm like, you should not feel that way. I mean, I'm not saying stop. It takes time, but you have to learn. You have to see your own faults. I'm trying to say, and try to work on it. Try to be a better person.
Yeah.
But people don't do that. People I know.
The more you do it too, the easier it will become to talk about these things.
No, I don't talk about. I don't really talk about my spirit guide with anybody, because you know it's just the same thing, the same reason. I just feel like I'm crazy. People think I'm crazy or something. That's what I try to talk about.
So you could, you know what they're feeling. But
I don't want to sound like.
What I was saying is that.
I want them to understand. I want them to understand. I don't care about their judgment. I just want them to understand me. Like, why do I have these things in my head? It's because, you know, it helps me.
Yeah, and it depends who you talk to too. You have to like, you can't just talk about it to someone you just met.
No, I don't do that shit. That shit's stupid. Talking about something that people don't, you don't know them for a couple months and you're gonna talk about that shit?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is that, you know, some people, they're still scared to talk about it with their friends, even though they've known them for like maybe 5 to 10 plus years.
And we only know each other for like 2 years, right? 3 years, because we started hanging out after we were playing Master Hunter World in 2018.
And like that's what I don't get. Like some people can even be offensive because like.
Why would it be talking about like philosophical stuff offensive?
Yeah, because you think that they'd be comfortable enough to you know share some of their thoughts with you, but they still don't, even though you thought they were comfortable enough with you to share a part of themselves.
I felt comfortable when I talked about, you know, when we were at Monkey King. And I was like, okay, I'll open up to you guys, talk about my spirit guide. That one that helps me a lot. He helps me a lot. Like, helps me through my day. Even though he has his own problems, but yeah, he helps me when he can. I mean, I have a second voice, or well, I have multiple voices, but like a voice that I can understand. You know what I'm trying to say? Cause you know, I'm not always around people, so I gotta, you know, I'm not saying I like having an imaginary friend or something like that. So I'm saying like, who am I gonna talk to when I'm by myself? That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so I try to say, I'm trying to like create stories too, cause that's what Big Guy wants me to do, me become a writer. So like, well, if I finish one of my stories, would you like to read it? I gotta improve it, but yeah, like it does come out. I want to finish it because I'm trying to finish basically a short, like a 13, 14 chapter story. More on like chapter 6 or 7. But I haven't felt the motivation to like work on it because, you know, no one reads it. I need approval to be motivated. But sometimes I don't want to stream because I don't feel motivated.
Because you feel like
I want opinions.
You want opinions.
Yeah, that's how it is. Anyway.
At least.
One opinion, but my
favorite. First time you stream, right? Someone watched you, didn't they?
A lot of people watched me.
Right, like on
when I talked to Ariana and stuff?
There's a lot of Dynasty Warriors players.
Oh, Dynasty Warrior 9? Oh, yeah, I talked to somebody about it. We were talking about Dynasty Warrior 6. And I was like, hey, Dynasty Warrior 6 is not a bad game, but it's not the best. But, you know, I was like, oh, we don't talk about Dynasty Warrior 6, okay? That's what I said. But, yeah, I feel like I gotta feel motivated to do stuff. But like you, Kevin said, just stream anything, you know? You know, it doesn't have to be like a specific game or genre or a title or series. You just stream whatever, right?
Yeah, as long as you're streaming and getting yourself out there, someone will eventually come to you. You know, you gotta put yourself out there if you wanna.
That's not like having a co-host, cause you know, so I'm just gonna be silent because I gotta concentrate. But I can't multitask. I'm not saying I can't. Like I'm doing now, fighting Legiana and talking to you at the same time. Fucking his ass up too. Oh she. With short sword. Short your axe actually. But yeah. Tell me what you believe in. Cause you know I don't remember everything that you talked about at the minute at Monkey King. What is your main belief? That's what I'm trying to say.
I just believe in, you know, a single life and making the most out of it. And also, you know, just being kind to everyone, because as long as you're kind, it's gonna drive someone else in the future to be kind to. Because they'll see your example of kindness.
Even though Kevin says he doesn't respect anybody, but he respects all of us, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He's just a tsundere.
Yeah. Yep.
He doesn't want to admit his true feelings. That's one of his charms, I guess. But like, because I'm trying to understand Kevin because he won't tell me himself. So I try to ask you, Thomas, Ariana, and everybody. Because you guys know the Kevin the longest. I'm trying to understand him so I could just, get like, in a sense, get in his shoes. That's why I always complain about
Yeah,
Kevin
but
because I want to know him so I can understand him, and hopefully don't offend him next time. But
I mean, Kevin is just confusing.
that's
Because
his choice to be confusing, though.
yeah, it's mostly because he's confused about himself.
He doesn't know he's
Like
gay. He doesn't know
he
he's
can't
straight.
explain his
Own self,
he can't really explain his own
and
feelings
he's always been like that, right?
or other people's feelings. Yeah,
That's the
he's just
bad part
very
of not.
disconnected.
It's a bad part of not opening up to people.
Yeah, and especially just bearing yourself in like games and distractions.
I have to do that
I
just to
mean,
defend
it's
you.
okay. Yeah, it's okay to distract yourself sometimes, but to overly do it and ignore
Your own
your
self.
thoughts and feelings is just unhealthy. Yeah.
Did you do that too?
I mean, yeah, I would just sleep all day.
So playing video games, you just
I
sleep all
basically
day.
I basically didn't want to be awake anymore.
You have to please people too much and just.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't.
how you about parents sometimes. They just have too much expectations for you,
Yeah, it just wasn't enjoyable to be awake.
Oh shit, I thought I went through his legs. Fucking. I don't know. Oh yeah, you remember the argument I talked about that I had with Man, Kevin's brother?
Mm-hmm.
About the deja vu?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I told my therapist that, and he told me, my therapist was like, dude, you know deja vu better than he would. And he was like, yeah. It was a really dumb argument, but we were both being stubborn. And swore I had to witness the whole thing. He was gonna tell us to shut the fuck up too. While we were in the car driving, I kept telling him, I don't want to talk about this shit. I don't want to talk about this shit. It's over. It's done. Just. And then after that, I felt bad. I'm being like that kind of argument with him. I'm just happy now. We don't, I thought that we're not gonna have a good relationship, and then when I actually talked to him more, and I'm like, yeah, he's a good person. I mean, he has some faults, but he's a good person. Everybody has faults. Not just him.
Yeah, it's human nature to want to believe that your opinion or your knowledge is correct. You don't want someone to make you seem like you're less of a person or dumber than the next person.
I just killed Legiana, running him to the wall.
Nice.
This is what was it? It's a low rank Legiana. I just started playing again. I know the grind would be hard. It's just that I want to enjoy the game. That's in Japanese too, so I want to get distracted by the lip syncing. I love Monster Hunter. I wish they just made the Monster Hunter World too, instead of on the Switch. But they've probably found more success on the Switch, huh? Like the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Monster Hunter was a more portable game.
It was on the PS2
in its
first.
origins.
I gotta be honest with you. I have it still. The first Monster Hunter.
Did you like it?
I did. I just thought it was too hard. I didn't know. I was like, what? When did the first? It came out 2005 or 2004. So I was like 13, 14 when I first played it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no one to play with, so I didn't know how to connect to online either.
Also, I think another thing that helped me with like dealing with people is that, like I can't have a good relationship with everyone. I figured that out eventually, but you know, holding on to grudges and like being mad at them forever isn't really helping. So I kind of just take our relationship for what it is. Like for my brother, for example, we always didn't really get along, especially when I was younger. But we never really. Eventually, like after our first big fight where we actually fought each other.
Literally, like fist fight.
Well, yeah, kinda. I dropped him, and then he dropped me, and then that was kind of the end of it.
Okay, that's a weird fight.
Yeah.
And what about it?
Because,
like, well, how do you feel now?
After that fight, I actually felt really good.
You just gotta get that out of your system.
Yeah, I think both of us
Have
just got that out of our systems and start respecting each other a little bit more. Because, oh shit, I just no-scoped this guy. And anyways, yeah, I wasn't expecting to have a good relationship with him anyway. I just took it for what it was, you know. Like at the very least, we weren't arguing or fighting anymore, or like being mad at each other. And
I had a bad relationship with my cousin
really
too. I one that I consider like brother to me. We fought so many times that we just stopped fighting after that. We just became good friends, you know. I helped him. That's
kind of how it was with my brother. I helped him,
and he helped me. You know, we go back and forth after we got older. After we got out of like high school. Like when we got into a young adulthood, we just started a better relationship.
Yeah, that's how it was with my brother.
Yeah. But I'm not saying I want a good relationship with everybody, but at least have like a stable relationship, not a broken one, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at too. Like, my relationships aren't perfect, but at least they aren't unhealthy. I mean, well, okay, some of them are unhealthy. But,
alright, no, we're not gonna mention any names, okay?
At least they aren't bad, you know. Yeah. At least I'm not fighting with them, and they're not, and we're not like trying to pick fights with each other, or getting mad at each other or anything. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. Like, as long as we could get along and still help each other out, then that's all I really want. Because I don't want to, you know, have a relationship with someone where I'm always fighting with them and, you know, it's a drag to even deal with them.
I don't want that either. It's like, that's why I'm trying to like get my system about Kevin, because I'm not used to his brother kind of relationship with him. With a kind of person like that. No communication, no talking deep. Well, we have to do deep talks, but like, you know, like not having like good relationship with anybody. I want communication. I want to have communication with everybody. That's why I always talk to try to talk to everybody, you know. Try not to like.
Communication is always a hard thing for people, I think.
No, I mean that's how I try to do it.
When I was younger, I was basically mute, like from in elementary to.
You really talk to anybody, huh?
School. Yeah, I wouldn't even really. I didn't really want to talk to my teachers either. Like if they called me, I would just kind of pass. Like I never really wanted to speak up for myself, even though I knew certain stuff or had something to add. But eventually I got over that because, you know, I don't really know how I got over that. I don't know how I got over my mute, my mute fucking face.
Maybe you just kept talking to people and you just got over it. You just grew out of it. Sometimes you had to grow out of it.
I think, I just grew out of it, basically. I think it also helped that I also went to tournaments. And, like, I started going out more. Yeah, I started going out more, and people in tournaments are like, really friendly, too. They'll, like, come up to you and try to talk to you about anything. And
I should do that, too, huh? Just go in and have to play, just to talk to people. Because my cousin,
Yeah.
Always tell me like, you should join the Discord server, you should join a community, you know? You might get someone that has your same passion. That's what he always tells me.
Yeah, I think the first like real recognition I got was for my skill. So that's why I think that's why I try to be good at everything. Because that's like the first recognition I got for how good I am at something. Even at a young age too, like just getting good grades or
just being good at something makes you feel better.
Yeah, that's basically my trigger. I need to be good at something or I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, just get hard, huh?
Yeah, basically.
I keep trying to start a YouTube career, like I noticed like a side YouTube career with my cousins and his nephew, with my cousin and his Sora and his nephew. But Sora never wants to do it. Like he just says, "I'll do it later." You know, I want to learn how to do this and that. I keep telling him, you have to do it. You just gotta do it, and then everything will just fall together. You know.
Yeah, that's basically the best advice I could give you. You just gotta force yourself to do it.
But he said, "Oh, I want to be good at editing. He wants to do all these things, but he never does it." It's already New Year already, and last year sucked.
It'll all just come naturally.
Last year sucked, so...
The more you do it, the easier it will be.
I think last year would have been a good idea first, but I couldn't do it because, you know, I couldn't record, I couldn't stream the League of Legends or anything. So yeah, I couldn't do anything, so... I was like... I wanted to start a career with streaming League of Legends, but didn't work out either. I won't say I'm the best player. I'll say I'm like a low gold to high silver. But I always make like bronze and iron mistakes on purpose. You know, I'm trying to have fun with the game, not trying to be hella competitive. That's how League of Legends is. When you really get over that learning curve that it has. So I try to tell you guys, like, I try to tell you guys, like, yeah, you gotta get over that learning curve.
You don't have to be the very best at something. Like, I think the most successful people on like YouTube or on Twitch aren't even the best at something. They're just having fun and having fun with their friends and trying to have a good time.
Come here.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't worry so much about trying to be like the very best.
Nah, just the part where after the recording thing, because my laptop is not a... I have to turn up one of my graphic cards just to stream, just to have the OBS working. I was like, oh. And then when I turned that off, it's hella laggy. I can't play anything. That's the only reason why I don't play League of Legends as much, because I can't. I want to record and edit.
Why don't you Oh wait, Manly's. Well, you could take you try Manly's laptop after he gets his computer.
He's probably gonna tell me like, "Oh, gonna give me some money," because plus I already have a laptop already, so I'm going to buying his. It's just the laptop itself. Never buy it unless you buy PC parts. Don't buy stuff like laptops and stuff from Fry's for no reasons.
Yeah.
Buy like Best Buy or something. But if you buy PC parts, yeah, buy it at Fry's. But if you're just buying like a fully set kind of, yeah, Fry's is not a good place to buy it. Take it from my experience. So how you like your new PC? Or used?
Pretty good. I like
it. A lot
it.
better.
It runs everything
smoothly.
Yeah, it basically run anything smoothly. Yeah.
Don't be like Thomas, PC Master Race. Don't be like him. Like a PC.
Yeah, I still like even though
that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just I hate. I'm both a PC player and a console player, so that's why I'm like, you gotta give yourself a variety. I'm not
I
saying
don't
it's a bad
really.
thing.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying just to, have PC Master Race people and have them
He's not a PC Master Race. I'm
bragging.
just saying like the way, like he always talks about it. You know, every time be like,
Yeah,
hey,
I know, but
the copying stuff takes so long. You gotta update shit. And you gotta do all this shit. And he's like, no, I'd rather play on PC. I don't have to deal with this shit anymore. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
yeah, like I don't, like that's fine and all, but like I want to have someone who's gonna pet peeve over every small thing and compare it to theirs, and like be like, yeah, mine's is just better than yours or whatever. I'm not talking about Thomas. I'm just saying people, like PC people in general, who like
Yeah, I'm not
are
talking about
obsessed with
Thomas
their
either.
PC.
I'm fine with Thomas. He could talk all he wants about how bad consoles are. I don't really care. I won't say anything. Because I agree with him in some parts.
But
Are you gonna
at
get
some point, it just
Cyberpunk, by the way? Cyberpunk 2077?
no, I'm way a little bit.
That still looks funny. Oh, you were talking about? I'll say what I gotta say afterwards.
But I was basically saying at some point, if you're gonna like make a problem of over small stuff like that's in comparison to PC and console, it's gonna become annoying eventually. Like you don't wanna. It's like having your parents, scold you for not taking off your shoes or washing your dishes. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that feeling where like it's something pretty small, but and you don't really want to hear it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I do it on purpose sometimes, but yeah, I don't clean dishes. They'd be like, why don't you clean your dishes? Go clean your dishes, I don't do it sometimes 'cause I'm lazy.
Oh shit. But yeah,
When I
that's
don't do
basically my
dishes,
point. I
though,
don't wanna.
what's so funny about when at my house? It's like, they don't clean the dishes. Where I know I have a 60, like, my uncle's 60 years old, my grandma's like 80 something, my other uncle's like 40, almost 50, and his wife is like under 30, and a little kid, and I think he's my grandma and my uncle don't clean dishes. I said 30. Under 30.
Oh my god, under 30?
I'm not gonna get into it.
That's young.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. It's not a subject I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Or talk about off stream if you really want to know.
Yeah. No, that's just surprising. But yeah, and I was just saying, like, that it becomes annoying hearing the same things over and over again.
It does get annoying. Okay.
And yeah, that's basically the only problem I have with people who like talk about their PC all the time, or why I should get a PC or upgrade or something. Anyways, if like Kevin.
Want to talk about Kevin?
Well, yeah, it's just an interesting topic.
Okay.
If he watching the stream, like, he's probably gonna be pissed at me,
You don't tell all the secrets. Come on now. I don't do that shit. I have a lot of secrets that people tell me on my. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
If it's a secret that he doesn't want people to know, don't tell. You don't have to say it.
Kevin's always mad at me anyway. He knows I'm better than him, that's why.
Oh, aren't you?
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look. See, okay. I don't know what Kevin talks so negative about himself. When I gotta learn how to speak Japanese just for watching anime. And I'm like, why you talk down on yourself? Look what you did. You did something everybody wanted to do.
Yeah, he has some unique abilities, like picking stuff up with his toes.
My cousin Alex can do that too, right? My cousin Alex can do that. His brother too. It's just all funny.
Oh my god.
They have monkey feet. They have big feet too.
Monkey feet.
That's what we call it. Monkey feet. I think Ariana and Thomas been together for like a year or two already, right? Just 1 year since last.
Yeah, they've been together for like a year.
Almost. It's gonna be 2 years in like April, right? When anime comes, before anime starts.
I wonder if they know their anniversary.
Do you think they even want to know their anniversary? I don't know if they're happy though. To be honest, I don't know. Are they happy? Because they don't show it in front of us. Because I talked to Ariana about it. She was like, "We don't show our feelings in front of everybody,"
Well, yeah, that's understandable. Privacy is good.
That's what I'm saying, but it's hard to tell. Do they love each other still though? I want a how to put this, like a physical representation of their feelings, so I know they're still happy. That's just me.
I mean, as their friends, it's right.
It wouldn't change even if they break up. They wouldn't change anything, right?
Probably not. Yeah, I hope so at least.
Shut up, honey.
But yeah, I think that's kind of like how I would like my relationships to be, just kind of private, and like if I want to share something, I would be ready to share it when I want to. But yeah, I could understand why they keep their relationships under wraps and stuff.
I had no babies all the time. What's wrong with me?
It's just easier to, deal with your relationship when there's only you and the other person, and not like your friends all up.
Oh, well, I wouldn't be like kissing and touching on my girl in front of people, but
Yeah. I mean like arguments or like how you're feeling about each other. I would just want to keep that between me and the other person.
And also funny, I had to, like, my relationship with my ex-girlfriend that I talked about, like I abused her, and I regret that shit. At the same time, my uncle's having a similar relationship, and I was like, dude, why the hell do? Yeah, I was like, hello, like, damn, dude, we both not having fun.
That is a spooky coincidence.
I know, but his was worse than one of mine. They would argue every day.
I've had relationships like that too, where I would just fight every day and argue. It's not fun.
Abusing is a horrible thing to do. I probably had a reason, like a real legit reason why I did it. That's why I'm scared to get in that relationship. I'm scared I might do it again. But if I told you all the shit that built up over the months that we were together. Have I ever told you that?
I don't think so.
Basically, my cousin's friend, right? She should have told me my cousin's friend is cuter than me. Like,
oh, yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah. And there's some other stuff too that built up inside of me, like a lot of anger built up. But I didn't notice it till, I was young.
Yeah, of course.
But it's still bad. As I always tell people, like, don't hit your girlfriend, don't hit your boyfriend. Unless it's playful. Not like give him a black eye, slap him in the face hella hard because you're mad at it. Don't do that shit. Just take it from me. Because if I get in a relationship, it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be hard. I'm just saying I'll be scared. I just be scared. I might do it again. Yeah, that's the only fear I have really having a girlfriend.
Either.
Yeah, that's why I be hearing, like, how your sister and your Thomas's sister be having like bad relationships with people, or they abuse them. I'm like, damn, I've been through that. I was in the guy's shoes. I felt like shit after I did it too. I thought after we broke up and I thought about it a lot, and I was damn, I was a horrible person. Like I said, that's why I'm scared to get in a relationship.
And that's another thing I believe in, is that, you know, humans don't want to just naturally hurt other humans. I don't think we're like, it's in our nature to be destructive against one another.
It just happened.
Yeah, it just happens. You know, I think it's just something, because something in our minds where we don't want to, or where we have trouble expressing we just have trouble expressing our feelings, I think.
Like Kevin.
Yeah, like Kevin.
You think Kevin has his power to hurt somebody else?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not saying he gets in the fight or anything, but like, does he have the capacity to hurt somebody else? What do you think? So I'm always scared that he might hurt somebody or hurt himself.
I think he believes he does.
But he doesn't. Is that what you're trying to say?
I have to think about that. Because at one point, I was the same. Like, I was pretty, you know, I had a lot of built up emotions, and like, I would get into a lot of fights and argue. And, okay, have I ever told you a story where I pulled out a knife on my brother?
No.
Yeah, basically one day, me and my brother got into a fight. And I got so mad that I pulled out a knife on him.
What did he do?
He didn't do anything, but
Just kept arguing?
basically what I learned that day was that I wasn't, you know, just the action of pulling out a knife on my own family was enough for me to be like,
I don't want to do this ever again.
What am I doing? Yeah, what am I doing?
The farthest I ever went with my family that got argued was just punching each other and like hitting each other. But we never like pull out a knife, pull out a gun, or like anything to hurt, like a weapon to hurt somebody. But I still hate. Look. I don't want to say this on the street. You know, so it's it was kind of a family's secret in a sense, or just like something that we don't want to share. But I don't care if you're handicapped. But what you did to that specific person, it's not okay. I don't care if you're handicapped. That is not okay. So I have one of my cousins. I don't like him. I don't care. He's like, you know, special ed, you know. But you did something that was so bad that I'll look past your handicap and I'll hate you for it. But I'm not gonna get into what he did. I'll tell you off stream.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I mean, you don't put the spread out to everybody, you know. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Just I wouldn't do that to you.
But anyways, yeah. Back to Kevin is like, I think if he was put in,
I still try to connect with Kevin. That's why what I was saying. Like, I don't want to hate him for something he did that he could not, that he's not capable of doing. You know, like hurting people. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I want to know, if he's capable of doing it.
Like, if he was put in my situation, I don't think he would be able to, like, actually stab his own brother or like cut his own brother.
He'll just talk about it, but he won't really do it. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
My therapist, like, Kevin talks shit. That was talking about Kevin, and he was like, yeah. My therapist was like, yeah. He likes talking shit.
That
he could kill somebody. He could sleep at night. That he could sleep at night after killing somebody. Cause I asked him that question before, and he was like, "Yeah, I could." I'm like, dude.
But I think like everyone there, it's like they don't really know the feeling.
We're not just talking about Kevin. We're not
about it.
If you guys listening on stream, we're not just talking about our friend. We're talking about everybody.
Yeah. Like, I think it applies to everyone where they don't really deeply understand the feeling of causing
harm,
you know, mortal harm to someone, and that basically allows them to imagine what it would be like, but you know, imagination can only take you so far into how it would actually feel.
I mean,
So, so yeah, I get it if they do say they can. I get where they're getting that ideas from, but in
Kevin's not gonna watch his
reality,
stream. Kevin's not gonna watch his stream.
yeah. In reality, I'd say at least 99% of the people won't fucking hurt someone unless they're a serial killer.
Or a soldier.
Or a sociopath or
How about a
psychopath or
soldier?
something. Yeah.
What about a soldier?
I mean, yeah, even soldiers, like if you
They don't want to hurt anybody. It's just they
see,
have to.
yeah, even decommissioned soldiers, they still, you know, PTSD. They still can't get over harming another human being.
Yeah, no. Watch that video.
So
You
yeah.
should watch it if you like watching more veterans and stuff. It's called it's a music video by look it up. Bad. What's their band name? But it's called Wrong Side of Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And the video is basically about veterans, and they sing for veterans, like the military. So they go overseas and go do like a whole concert for them. And they support like veterans and stuff. So I'm like, it's a good. You should watch the video. This is really informative.
Yeah, veterans basically ruin their life just to defend their country.
Keep us up, just to keep us from what they're experiencing. Yeah. 5-finger death punch. That's what the band's called. The Wrong Side has it.
Isn't that like a regular show thing too?
Regular show?
Yeah, you ever watch regular
the cartoon?
Show?
The cartoon? I only watched a few episodes of that. I mostly gravitated towards Adventure Time. I didn't really like regular show until I watched like some of it.
I don't know. I might be getting confused with something. But yeah, I feel like people can't really. I would almost say it's like impossible to imagine the feeling of morally wounding another person.
It's like if you did self-defense too, even if people self-defense, they still think about like that. Oh shit, I hurt somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Well, what was a good example in the anime that I saw? Oh, the Sword Art Online, the girl, Shinon, whatever I'm saying. Basically, her in real life she killed somebody, and she's had PTSD about it. Every time she has like a gunshot or looks at a gun, even if it's a toy gun, she'll be like flashbacks of PTSD to that moment.
Yeah, even if you try to justify in your mind that the person deserved whatever harm you gave them, it will still bother you. And, you know, it's just unnatural, I think, that humans kill other humans. It's not something that's supposed to happen all the time.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes forced, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Especially people think that they're free to hurt people, you know, like in like other countries and stuff.
Yeah, and
they won't get caught for it, and they won't go to jail, or they don't feel bad, and they're used to it. And I think Kevin's like that. Like, you think he's used to it, but he's never did it before. That's why he even like try to talk down, and I'm like, every time he thinks about like, it was like telling me like, I'm gonna sharpen that weapon that I have it. He's like, I kept telling him, dude, why are you gonna do that? There's no point. It's not like the zombie apocalypse or anything like that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, half part of me's like, if I give him his sword, I'm scared he might hurt somebody with that.
Yeah. But no, I'm willing to bet on Kevin that he won't actually hurt someone. Maybe at some point in his life he'll try. But I think after that he'll understand a bit more about, you know, what it feels like to, yeah, and what it means to actually harm another person. Like, I've been in a lot of fights, and like I've even broken like one of my best friend's noses. And like I couldn't get over that for like my childhood.
Or
And
see
like
the
I
fight
couldn't
with your
ever
friend.
really talk. Okay, well basically it was my brother and my cousin. They would just like set up fights between me
Oh,
and
you
other
told me about this
kids.
right now, man.
Yeah.
You still friends with that person, or just done?
No, after that I couldn't ever really talk to him again. Like I just didn't have the courage to.
Okay.
I mean, I still hung out with him a little bit after that, but you know, we never really connected the same way. Well, for me at least. You know, even though
But why? Somebody join me
someone joined you.
in Monster Hunter.
ここにキャンプがあれば便利ですよ。
I'm just doing like
依頼を終わらせて作ってもらいましょう。
stuff to get like for canteen and stuff. I'm not getting it for anything else.
ギルドカードの交換をお忘れなく。
Like yeah, you're right. You kind of right on that thing because you know I still feel guilty what I did to my ex girlfriend to this day. Plus, you haven't seen me in another relationship. And I tried to get out of relationships, but I had to deal with my schizophrenia, so I couldn't be with her.
Yeah, like these things will stick with you, and I think after maybe you have a little taste for that, then you'll kind of understand.
It was not. It's not a good
Like
taste. It's not for me. Yeah. For me, hitting my girlfriend. I think schizophrenia is my karma. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Because karma doesn't happen. Sometimes it doesn't happen right away. It takes years, months and years for it to hit you back. It's not like it's gonna happen like right away. You know.
Mhm.
They want you to learn. That's how karma works. I want you to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. I know you strongly believe in karma, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I believe in some of the Buddha stuff too, like reincarnation and everything. You do something bad in your life for your whole life. This life, next life, you be a cockroach. That kind of stuff.
A cockroach.
An animal that's easy to kill, basically. I'm not just talking about a cockroach. Basically, yeah.
I never knew that. I never knew that was part of their belief.
My I was a grand uncle. I think he's my uncle. He's a monk, like a really, like this spiritual monk kind of person.
That's really cool. I don't know anyone like that.
Some say he does have powers, some say he doesn't. He's like a fraud or something like that. But I don't know what I don't believe in that. I do believe in that stuff, but you know, I have to see it to believe it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and if they're willing to like dedicate their whole life to that, I think they deserve some vanity at least, or like some respect, even if not everything may be true. I think it's still respectable, yeah.
But I feel like he just wants to take money from my grandma, whoever, try to get counseling with him sometimes. Cause they used to call him a lot every time. They even called him after my schizophrenia. I was like, I believe in that shit either. This guy can't do anything. Just want to take money from him.
Yeah, that's the easy explanation.
But after I talked to him some more and like the feelings I get for him every time I talk to him, I'm like, yeah, he is real.
Have you ever heard of that religious study where it was basically a placebo effect for like exorcisms or like blessings and stuff?
What about it? I never saw it.
Basically the study is just like, even though nothing physically happens to the person's body, as long as they believe they're getting blessed or exercised.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're just gonna be different in some sort of way if they believe in it, at least. And even in some cases, like if they don't believe in it, unconsciously their body will change in some way, which is strange in some cases, but it's rare.
I
And
feel
that's
like,
crazy, I think.
well, okay, what's your opinions on exorcisms? You think they're real? Or is just a schizophrenic person dealing with their schizophrenia for the first time?
I don't always think it's schizophrenia. Like,
I'm not saying just
just...
schizophrenia, I'm just saying like mental issues. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't, because when I first dealt with it, I didn't understand like who is this person talking to me in my head? Am I going crazy?
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that is what I think. Yeah, that it's basically is a person with some mental issues that maybe even we don't understand yet, and like the placebo effect is strong enough on them that it can help them. So I think being an exorcist could be a good thing, but like preaching to everyone that it's like a power or like your powers are factual is kind of false advertisement. Like, you don't want people with like no problems coming to you just to have nothing done to them. That's because that's just kind of messed up. At that point, that's kind of just taking advantage of people's, you know, naiveness.
I hated when Kevin talks about he must be assassin. And once I heard about it, he's talking about it, I was like, you know what the fuck?
Yeah.
Also,
I do
he
believe
also
Kevin would want to do that, but
I was like, he's gonna die at his first mission or get caught. I kind of understand being a superhero, but assassin?
yeah, I don't know.
My cousin.
I mean, I get
wants
it
to
though,
be
because
a superhero. He was, but I try not to do that. What I did with my cousin, I always talk down on him, like don't do something that will get you hurt. So when cousin said that, I didn't say anything because I knew that it's not gonna get through to him. I was like, nobody's saying it. Because my cousin Alex, he wants to be a superhero, Spider-Man, and he wants to be Spider-Man. And now I'm trying to support that idea because I can't get through to him. Can't talk him out of it.
I get that. I think everyone would want to be a superhero.
I'd rather be a superhero than fucking an assassin. Who has to dream about being an assassin? Wait, if Kevin joins the party, we can talk to him about it.
It's probably too late for him. I don't think he's gonna hop on today.
He just got on.
He did?
Yeah. I have the thing on to see if people who gets on.
But yeah, I think humans are just interesting like that. Like, just the idea of if you believe in something, it can actually have some effect on you.
So do you believe in aliens? Do you think they exist?
Aliens?
If they did exist, did they visit us already?
Yeah, I think I do believe they exist, but maybe they exist, but we can't perceive them yet, at least, or we just don't have the mental capacity to communicate or to see them. I don't know. Maybe we're just not advanced enough. I don't.
I feel like the aliens did visit us, but they did visit us. They're just hiding among us.
Yeah.
Like they know if they reveal themselves, it's just gonna cause like a big, ruckus. Like a big deal, Like they understand us more than we understand ourselves. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they like green with black eyes too.
I think they could be anything. Like it's amazing that even trees are alive or plants are alive. Like you wouldn't just look at them like before scientists studied them. You wouldn't believe they were actually living beings. So maybe there are some other living beings we don't understand yet.
I don't know. It's just that I watch a lot of like supernatural stuff, psychology, and especially and space stuff. Like for example, like there's a shadow world or another universe colliding with our own, not a universe, yeah, a universe colliding with our
I
own
think
universe.
I've
And
seen them before. I don't remember
they
it though.
phase. The only way we can perceive them is the shadows.
Oh yeah, that is a cool thought though.
It is. Shit's so interesting. It's not like watching this stuff. Do you think black holes exist though? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, yeah, we've actually seen a black hole before, haven't we?
No, it's hard. No. They say it's hard to see a black hole because it's black. It's like there's nothing there. Cause you know how the whole universe is just black.
Yeah, but they actually took a picture of one before because
I
they
know. I
walked
watched that
out.
out.
There was like a yeah. So yeah, of course they exist.
Do you believe what they can do? Like if you do jump into one, because it gets stretched out like spaghetti and die slowly, die without even knowing that you did.
That part I don't know. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, that makes sense because you'll probably just you probably can't perceive how you're dying
That's what I'm saying.
because you are being just deconstructed.
It's wondering how it feels like. It's like wondering how to be like. How does it feel like to be a zombie too? So how would it feel like to be swallowed up by a fucking black hole? I wanna feel it. Just kill me now. You wanna know how I still believe in my spirit guide? I be having like weird dreams about him doing stuff.
Like what?
Okay, this is a recent one, and I was thinking about like I don't know if I was thinking about that specific person at that time, but I was like half asleep, half awake. And it's always, every time I dream about him, like doing specific things, I was like that. Like I wake up, and yeah, I go back to sleep for like another hour or so, couple 2 hours. Okay, he went. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? You know what that is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He, my spirit guide, in his another universe, went to him while he was sleeping, and then before he woke up, covered his mouth and tell him, "I'm here because when you die, you become one of my people." Like when he dies, he'll become one of my spirit guide's warriors. And you know what he called him? He called him Sentinel. He's like, in another life, he was like comrades with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I was like, hey, that sounds interesting. When I woke up, I was like, damn, this is interesting on stream. I don't know what to believe.
That is cool. Yeah, that's a cool thought.
That's why I believe in the multiverse because of my spirit guide.
Yeah, your imagination is just really good, Sensei.
Why do you think I try to write stories?
I wish I could imagine half the stuff you do. Like, I can't even do that anymore. As a kid, I could probably do that, but now I can't even really imagine that much stuff.
Like I said, if I do finish on my story, do you want to read it? Yeah, I think I asked you this already, right?
Yeah, I would read it.
One of the stories I'm trying to finish, hopefully I try to finish, because it's going to be a short story, is about a guy that wanders around this fictional world. Basically like the, like, not medieval time, like Renaissance Italy and stuff, like, you know, like during that time, I was like, there's, okay, it's colonial. Somewhat colonial, somewhat medieval, like sword and shields and stuff. He wanders around, goes from town to town, works for a little bit, and leaves the city with a giant wolf that talks.
Is this another story you're working on that's separate from your?
It's separate, yeah. But my spirit guide's in that story as like a character they meet.
Okay.
Like I said, you know, like Stan Lee's in a cameo in every Marvel movie. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make my spirit guide a cameo of him in every story I make. He could be a side character, or he could be a character in the background, or main character, basically.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, if I do finish that story, would you want to read it? Because that's the story probably close to finish.
Yeah, I'd read it. I do like reading stories.
But you know the anime called Spice and Wolf?
Mm-hmm.
You know the anime, right?
What is it called?
Spice and Wolf.
No, I don't think I ever heard of that.
You know Holo?
Holo? No.
The wolf girl?
What's that? Yeah, I don't know.
Damn it, it's old anime. But yeah. So I got inspiration for, but instead of making the main character a traveling merchant, I made him like a wanderer.
Mm-hmm.
Like he goes from town to town just doing work, then leaves after like a couple of days. It's all just about them doing their like roaming around the world, and getting into trouble and stuff.
Sounds interesting.
I showed it to my therapist. He liked it, but he wants me to finish at least one story before I send him one.
Yeah, I think that's a good goal. At least finish one story.
Hopefully I can finish it, because I'm never feel motivated to work on anything. But like I said, I had no one to read it. No one to read my progress, you know? I need opinions to feel motivated to do stuff. I need opinions. I'm like halfway done with the story. I'm like halfway done with the story. And the main story that I really want to do is my spirit guide on our Earth. It's like 20 chapters long. That's my goal. Oh, there's another story I could finish now. It's called Yumi Ayumi. It's about two ninja girls. You watch them grow up.
I like it already.
They just grow up. They just like go through their life, or part pieces of their life. Each like 3 chapters. Like you see them grow up, and like they change over time.
Do you like ninja girls? Do they have powers?
I haven't gotten into it yet. Spirit guides in the first chapter too. Everybody loved it when I showed it to them. When my spirit guy shows up, they're like, "Damn, he's all interesting."
Mm-hmm.
You can read that story if you want. I can share it. That's the story I sent to everybody. That's the story I sent to everybody.
Who has read it already?
My Sora, my other cousin, my therapist, and my physician, psychologist, physician, or my old one. I have a new one now, but yeah, they read it. They liked it.
Yeah, you can share it with me. I'd read it.
I'll probably send it to you tomorrow or tonight. You just read it whenever you wake up next time.
Alright. How long is
You want
it?
me just not even that long. It's a short story. It's like short stories every chapter.
Oh, okay. Hey, it should be a writer, JC.
I'm supposed to. That's
Imagination
my
and you
spirit
write
guide.
a lot.
My spirit guide wants me to do that because I get inspiration. I get all the stories and ideas from him. Because he lived many lives and been to different universes. So yeah,
you have the knack for it. You can do it.
back then, dude, I wanted to create a video game. And I thought to myself, why are all these bad video? Why do people create bad video games when maybe I could create a good one? You know? Why don't I don't have the money for it? But I would love or the talent for it, talent to create a video game. I can make the story, but I can't make the graphics and the gameplay.
Yeah, Kevin felt the same way.
I tried to make Kevin tell me about his stories in his head, and he never told me any of them. He told me some of it, but not like the complete story, you know. I was trying to encourage him to be creative just when I first met him. I mean, he can do it. He just gotta try. It's just Tetsuya at.
I think he's only really shared most of his stories with me because I try to help him make a game. Nah. Go away, you ugly. No. No. Mm-mm. Okay.
I hope you'll like it story, because you know it's like I would say one of my best stories. My therapist always told me like, oh, you have a lot of suspense in your story, like you make the reader want to know more about the world and the characters. Basically, that's what he's trying to say to me. Like you want to know what happened next, basically.
Yeah, that's a gift of a good writer.
I never had that because I'm schizophrenic, so I can't really I can't focus long enough to complete a story. That's the only thing I hate about schizophrenia.
Well,
It gives me ideas. It just doesn't help me wanting to have motivation to do anything. Because depression, you know, if depression comes with schizophrenia, and I'm just sitting there in front of, like, sometimes I just sit there, maybe like watch funny videos on YouTube, but sometimes I just sit there and like not play a game at all. Then when I try to play a game, I just feel depressed.
yeah, I do that too. Even when it comes to editing, I have ideas, but after it takes me a while just to force myself to start actually doing the work for it.
If you like one of my stories, I can send you more. But you want me to finish it, right? Because everybody wants that to happen. Maybe you have another opinion, you know, a good friend's opinion about it.
And I mean, after you finish the story, it'll probably make yourself feel a lot better.
Yeah, probably will.
That's kind of what happens too when I edit. Like after it's all done, I just feel like a good sense of accomplishment. And like it drives me to, you know, work on the next one after I'm done with the first one.
I was about to dodge. I don't know, you should make a huge career out of YouTube. Why don't you try to do that?
It's not easy.
Be editor and a YouTuber?
I'm trying to. I mean, the most rewarding right now is being an editor, because, you know, I'm not that big, so I'm not getting that much money from it.
Has that guy that asked you to stream edit video asked you again?
Yeah, he did.
Once you try
He
to,
asks me for help sometimes too.
once you try, I'll just help him get out of there. Make yourself be known.
Yeah, I am helping him. But right now he wants to become a VTuber, so I'm not really. That's not my expertise.
That's me harder.
I don't know anything about that.
Moxie, man, we're good. Oh, you want to edit this video that we're like my channel was?
You want me to edit the sponsor?
It's been long. It's been a little long though. We could talk for like an hour, maybe a couple. I don't want you to work.
You can make a couple videos probably out of this. Probably one just about conversation, and the other the second video about maybe just highlights.
No, it's good. Just leave the streams fully as is. I need to be more consistent. Because I don't. It's the pressure. It's not. It's not me literally lack interest myself. I just not motivated to do anything. I sit there and like, should I play this game from the beginning? Should I play this game right in the middle of the thing? I'm like debating how to do it, and I think I put too much pressure on myself.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
It's not like having co-hosts.
What it all comes down to is just that you just have to do it. What you just gotta do it.
I'm stop doing it right now, but I like having co-hosts. You know, I don't want to silent stream. You know.
Yeah, it's just more fun this way.
Get to know each other, you know, because we never talk much about each other.
And it's good for the viewers too.
So how long you known like Kevin and like Thomas? Well, Thomas is your cousin, you know, in your life. How long you know Kevin and Man?
I met Man in elementary school because my mom asked me to go play with him since he had no friends.
That's kind of funny.
He didn't speak English. So
he did know pretty good English, not gonna lie.
Yeah, now he does, but Manly actually never talked all the way to like middle school and high school, like the end of middle school. Like he would just smile
sit there
at
and smile. Oh my god!
Just sit there
I keep making fun of that. That's just more funny. I didn't even know Thomas lived next to me for the longest time. He was right across the street from me. I lived in the house for like what, 10, 12 years? And so I was like 18, 19.
Ouch.
You died.
Yeah. But yeah, Outer Worlds, I've been playing it. I played just the beginning so far, but now I'm starting to see the appeal of like Skyrim games or like Fallout games.
Nah, I rather play Skyrim, to be honest. I would play Outer Worlds though.
In Outer Worlds, there seems to be even though I just started and like put everything into my range attacks and sniper attacks.
So you're a dumb character, basically. Your character's pretty dumb.
Yeah, now I want to remake my character and just put it all in dialogue.
You know, every time I play a game like that, I always did everything else other than talking.
Yeah, I thought that would be fun at first too, just killing everything. But then I'm like, I kind of just want to talk to everyone.
You should play Greedfall. Did you add it to your library? Greedfall?
Yeah, I did.
Do you like medieval kind of games? Yeah. Medieval, like old, like Italy, Victoria, Valley or Victorian, whatever. Yeah, you should try the game out. It's really good, but there's a lot of waiting in that game. Something I don't like about it.
Well, I don't know. Probably a good game to just chill out and play too.
Why don't you try to stream something, Dylan?
I don't know. I haven't tried streaming yet at this house.
How good is your internet anyway?
It should be good enough to stream. It's about as good as my old internet.
But there's a lot of people on it,
Pretty much
though.
the same, I think. Yeah. But I think the wired connection is strong enough. Like, I don't really get lag spikes or anything, so it seems pretty good.
You know what I like about having an iPhone? It doesn't overheat.
Oh. I mean, my Android doesn't overheat.
Yeah, new phones. That's what I'm saying. Not just iPhone. Yeah. New phones.
Yeah.
Like the newer models.
Yeah, that's what I like too. It doesn't get hot.
Fuck.
So how far are you on your playthrough right now?
I'm still on the high rank, low rank.
Oh.
Still on low rank. I haven't got I'm trying to do all the side quests as I can.
You know, the only thing that probably will stop me from doing another playthrough of Monster Hunter is just I don't really enjoy the siege story, siege missions, like finding Zora and Mad Girls.
Yeah, it's probably the worst part of the game, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's just kind of annoying to do.
Yeah, climb on his back, get all the crystals, get all the stuff, and then just... Yeah, that's one of the worst part of the game. Like, they should just let us, like, jump on his back instead of just shooting cannons at it.
Yeah, like hit his face or something.
Let us do it in the beginning, not fucking, like, 5 minutes in. Keep thinking I'm playing Genshin. How come you can't get into Genshin?
Forgot already. I think it was
Just too
I was
gotcha.
just hella lazy to explore and like explore the whole map and stuff. Like it was just so much that it was kind of overwhelming.
Because it's a free game and you can do so much in that game. And you don't have to spend money on it. Fucking kind of regret spending money,
There
but
was just like so much to do, and like at one time I didn't know what to do. And like there's like so much to explore too. I didn't know like what to do first.
you basically miss a lot of events that give you free shit.
Yeah. Oh man, these are two dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. I just
I don't want to
assassinated
ride you.
two guys next to each other. Like how do you not see me assassinating your teammate right in front of you?
Why don't you stream?
It's a bit late for that. I don't know.
What time is it anyway?
12. Oh, it's almost 12:30. 12:25.
I think I finished mission and stop the stream. So you just slept early just to try to get ahead on the PS4, PS5, I mean?
Yep, and it was all for nothing.
So you're like, forget it. Nah. Like you were never gonna get the PS5 right now. Let's do it for the Slim or the Pro version.
Yeah.
I can't believe you played the Anthem, so the hella laggy ass. Hella laggy.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
even
was
know that.
so bad.
Now that game, that's like fucking, what's it called? That's basically what Cyberpunk did.
Yeah, I think that was the fucking biggest disappointment of the year.
Of that year, yeah, it was. I
Buying
thought
Anthem.
I was so happy that it came out. That's why I wasn't hyped for fucking Cyberpunk because I knew it was gonna be like, might be a disappointment. Yeah, so I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna buy a game that's gonna be disappointing.
I actually hear some people are enjoying it though. But
I did enjoy it
those
for
are like,
what I played. It's just, I don't know. That game's just hella boring. It's like Destiny. That's what it remind me of so much. Destiny.
Destiny wasn't even that bad of a game either. It was just
Destiny 1
they
was
shouldn't add,
okay.
they shouldn't have
Would you want to play
blocked so
Destiny
much
2 again?
through DLC. I would if fucking they made the DLCs free.
I bought the DLCs. Not that's the new recent one. I didn't buy Shadow Keep or the one that's out right now.
Yeah, I just don't want to be blocked from a like. I don't want to pay
Through a
for extra
paywall.
content. Yeah.
They did that in the first one too. I was like, dude, it's just Activision though.
Like it should just be like content that
Like
should have been
Genshin,
there in
basically.
the first place.
No, Genshin, the Genshin was
Or
like
what?
Genshin. It's all free content. You don't. I don't think you buy characters. That's
Yeah,
the
I
only
don't
good
mind
thing
that,
about
but,
it.
like, the only problem
But
I have with Destiny 2 was like they blocked stuff that should have been in the base game through DLC.
I bought the DLC and I tried to play it, but I didn't know where the fuck I was. It was hella confusing. Like, where did I go next? What did I do? What did I do? Because I bought the DLC late. I didn't buy it when it first came out. I bought it after it came out. And I tried to play it, and I was like, where the hell am I supposed to go? It's not a bad game. Don't get me wrong. It's just like they're how the way they made the game was really was off-putting,
Yeah.
And the PvP was stupid too. Cause like when they have ult and you gotta kill them, they ult, you dead. That's what I hated.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
They should at least make you survive at least 25% health or 1 health. So you have a fighting chance, but they didn't do that. But it's an ult, so it's supposed to do a lot of damage. We talked Kevin about the stuff that we talked about. He was just trying to be evasive, huh?
Yeah. I mean, Kevin is a good person. He is kind of like he probably wouldn't try to
hurt
cause
anybody.
He wouldn't try to cause any unnecessary drama or problems if we do bring some stuff up about him. Which I respect because he just takes it at face value and takes it for what it is. Solely just because he doesn't want any issues with us.
You want to keep friendships.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else was I talking
about him?
Just about to say again. I forgot what I was going to say. Fuck, I hate schizophrenia. It happens every once in a while. Like, I try to think of what to say and I forget it. I swear no one watches Monster Hunter unless you're a known Monster Hunter streamer.
Yeah, it's hard to be big on Monster Hunter.
Because a lot of people do it and they're all good at it, especially Darkside.
It's like a small community too. It's not like a viral thing either.
You know that guy mentality, like, I'm this tough guy, I don't have to express my emotions, my feelings. I think that's how Kevin is, though.
Yeah,
it took me a long time. It took me a long time to realize that's a stupid thing.
It is stupid, but in this society especially, it's like kind of forced upon some people.
Some guys.
Like, even unconsciously, like, you're kind of just... It's kind of like... It's almost natural that we grow in that kind of way that men do. Because it's what we see, like, on TV or, like, on shows. It's, like, what every other guy does.
But it took me a while to, like, if you need to communicate with somebody, just do it. Don't hide your feelings. That's what I try to tell people, like, if you have something that bothers you about me, just tell me. You don't have to, like, hide it from me. I'll learn from it. I'm not gonna get mad at you, unless it's really something dumb. But, my therapist always tells me, like, it's okay to get angry, you know? I fucking hate that shit. I was like, I don't want to get angry, because every time I do, something bad happens. And he tries to tell me, like, yeah, it's good to get angry. I'm like, no, it's not. Especially with my anger.
Yeah, you need to be able to control your anger to some extent.
I do have control. It's just that back then, when he was telling me I didn't have control. Like, for example, I got in an argument with my cousin Alex. We didn't. I was the one. I thought, okay, my schizophrenic took this wrong. We were playing League of Legends, right? 1-on-1 League of Legends. He was beating me. I think I was irritated because of that. And he says, I said, you want to play another game? And he's like, he said, he tapped didn't leave. And my brain took it as, like the way you say it, like didn't leave, like in like a asshole kind of way. I thought he was being an asshole to me, so I called him, started cussing at him, like, oh, fuck you, don't say that shit to me. Then got in that argument, and then yeah, that was a dumb argument on my part.
Yeah, it's easy to get mad, especially when you're passionate about something, or like something's important to you.
That's why after that, I realized like anger is stupid. It's good for some parts, not everything.
Yeah. There was actually a study where if you actually express your anger too much, it will just cause you to become a more angry person. Like if you learn how to, calm yourself and deal with your anger in a non-aggressive way, non-aggressive, violent way, you'll be able to just be a less angry person. And people who do like express their anger in violent, aggressive ways just become more angry and violent. Because it's like, this is working for me, so why don't I just keep being more angry and violent?
Oh yeah, a while back, you used to watch this YouTuber called Mr. Anime Man guy or whatever.
Yeah.
He was alright. He didn't seem like he had a mental issue or anything, and I stopped watching him for a couple of years, a couple of like months or maybe more than that. He killed his whole family.
What the fuck?
And he went to jail. He told us like, "Oh, I killed my mom and dad. I feel bad." Yeah. Some people you don't expect to be.
He feels bad.
So like people you don't expect that would do these kind of things does it, and like you're like, damn, kind of world we live in right now. I still have Kevin's swords. My uncle gave it to me, like, I just keep it for Kevin, give it to him when you get his hand. I'm like, oh, he doesn't. He told me straight up, he told me, like, Kevin kept talking about it. I don't have my own room. I don't want to hang at home. Put his own water in then, his room that he shares with a man.
Yeah, if you guys don't have room, I could keep it too.
Oh, I do have room. It's under my bed. Alright, I'm in the stream here. I have a lot of games you could try it out if you want.